Okay, here we go. We have, last ones are your story problems. A UFO is hovering over a school. First thing you do, draw a school and a UFO. At a height of 420 meters, so I'm going to put an arrow here and put 420 meters. It descends at a rate of 5 meters per second for 20 seconds. So descends means it goes down. So I'm going to use a negative. That's the important part. If it says descends, please make sure you add the negative symbol to your number. And then it ascends quickly at a rate of 20 meters per second for 1 minute, which is 60 seconds. Please make sure if this is per second, you don't keep your up as 1 because it's not 1 second. It's 60 seconds, 1 minute. It would be. That's what I think a lot of people are going to do. Your then is going to say, what is going to be the new height? Well, it's going to be what it started at plus what it went down plus what it went up is going to be its new height. So what it started at is that. What it went down will be the multiplication of that number by the number of seconds, or negative 5 times 20. That's what it went down, or 100 meters down. And it went up 20 meters per second for 60 seconds. Now, I use the square brackets because it had separated, but you don't have to. I like it. It looks pretty. So, where it started, how much it went down, how much it went up, should tell me when I combine them all where it is now. This is 420 plus negative 100, how much it went down, plus 1,200, which is what it went up, or 320 plus 1,200, or 1,520 meters. Now remember, it's a story problem, so therefore its new height is, if you want to be smart, you put 1,250 meters. If you want to be extra smart, you put 1.52 kilometers, because you make a quick conversion and wow me with your brilliance that you know that 1,520 meters is 1.52 kilometers. Question 2, on a March day in 2023, the temperature rose from negative 8.6 degrees Celsius at 6 to 1.4. What was the change in temperature? A thermometer would be the best thing. That's okay. Put 0 degrees Celsius here and then 1.4 degrees Celsius here. The difference between here, the difference between the low and the high, meaning the difference between the low and the high is what we're looking for, right? What's the change in temperature? Or the difference between the high and the low, or the low and the high. We'll start with the high first. The difference between this, difference is subtraction, and this, which is the low. That's the difference between them, or the change. Keep, flip, change. The answer is 10 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the change in temperature means it rose 10 degrees Celsius. What was the average change? Well, in order to get the average, I need to know how many hours from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 hours. 10 hours. So 10 degrees Celsius divided between 10. So or the change divided by the number of hours is 10 degrees Celsius divided by 10 hours, or therefore 1 degree Celsius per hour was the average change. Cade knows Mr. Mack. $120 for jelly beans. Oh my God, he ate a lot of jelly beans. He decides to pay off 2/5 of his debt in week 1 and then 4/5 of remaining debt in week 2. How much does he have left to pay? So the first thing I wanted you to do is draw a rectangle. This represents the $120 he owes you. He pays off 2/5, which is a little bit less than half. So if he paid back 2/5, how much does he still owe me fraction-wise? Fraction-wise. Fraction-wise, how much? If he pays off 2/5, right. So if you start with this, this is how much he still owes after week 1, correct? How much is that? It is 3/5 of the $120, if you want to do it that way. Or, if you want to make it complicated for yourself, I'm not going to stop you. Calculate the 2/5. 2/5 of $120 is 2/5 times 120 over 1, which is going to be 240 over 5, which is equal to $58. $48, correct. So we paid back $48. How much does he still owe? $72. Week 2, how much does he pay back of the remaining 72? 4/5, new rectangle. This is now $72, not $120 anymore. He pays back 4/5. 4/5 of 72 over 1 is 358 over 5. I don't even know. Take your calculator. He pays back $71.60. I think, did I make a mistake there? I guess I did. It's supposed to be 288. Oopsie daisy. Forget that. 288. 288 divided by 5 is $57.60. Take your $72. Oh my God, $72. Take away the $57.60. Caden still owes me. Therefore, Caden owes me $14.40. You know what? 2 pounds of jelly beans would be fine. Sorry I went so quick there. We were trying to avoid the bell, but I didn't make it. Our last question is, Alex has 5/5 as much money as Caden. Billy has 1 1/10 as much money as Alex. Caden has $160. How much do they have all together? First smart thing to do is organize your data. We know that Caden has a 160, so we'll just put that down next to Caden's. Billy has 1/10 as much as Alex, but we don't know how much that is, so we're going to wait in that. Alex has 5/8 as much as Caden of Caden's money. So since Caden has 5/8 of 160, that's how much Alex has. So let's calculate that. Treat your whole number over 1. Cross-reduce if you can. Both are divisible by 8, giving you 20 over 1. Meaning, when I multiply it out, I get 100 over 1, which means Alex has $100. Billy has 1 1/10 as much as Alex. Well, now that we know the dollar amount, 1 1/10 as much of Alex's, which is 100, or improper fraction of his multiplication, 100 over 1. If you cross-reduce, both are divisible by 10, you get 10 over 1. You have $110. But we're not done, because it says how much do they have all together. Therefore, A plus B plus C, or 100 plus 110 plus 160 equals 210 plus 160, $370. Therefore, they all have $370 altogether.